What is up, my peeps? It's the Ruckus back at you again. We got another action figure review, continuing our march down the Strange Tales wave, Marvel Legends. This time we're looking at Brother Voodoo in the line. We have seen Brother Voodoo before. Hasbro seems to have a love affair with my boy Jericho Drum, but it's like this. Blackheart is the builder figure for this wave, and if you want to complete Blackheart, if that is your mission, you're going to need Brother Voodoo to do it. So it is what it is. You see what we got going on here with the packaging. You can see Jericho as well as his accessories and the builder figure pieces in there too. We got the Strange Tales banner down there below and above. We've got some artwork of Brother Voodoo there on the side there. And then on the back, we've got more of that artwork. We've got the sketch of Blackheart, the Build-A-Figure, and the 7 figures in this wave. 6 are needed to build Blackheart. Helverine, a.k.a. the Weapon of Vengeance, is not necessary to complete Blackheart. Now, what we will do is read this little bio, which has returned to the Marvel Legends packaging. Jericho Drum carries on his family legacy when he embraces his destiny to become a master of mystical powers, Brother Voodoo. Yes, indeed. So that's how it goes down, and that's how we're going to end checking out this packaging. Time to get into it. From packaging the clamshell, we can see our figure, Brother Voodoo, and his accessories. The same accessories as we've gotten before. That staff of his, we've got a couple of extra hands, a fist, a left-handed fist, and a right-handed grasping hand, and we have a couple of those same type of hex effects or fire effects that we've gotten before, only this time they're in a fluorescent purple, as well as the staff. And of course we have the Build-A-Figure piece for Blackheart. Clamshell out in the open. We've got our Brother Voodoo there before us, and they're basically, like I said, this is the third go round that we've gotten this guy, and there are differences. I believe the face paint is going to be different. We'll see that when we do our inevitable comparisons, and the costume, the paint apps will be a little bit different. Of course, the color, the different colors, like with the his belt, is going to be different, and yeah, there's basically going to be different color apps going on, and I think the most glaring difference will be the change in bucks. His previous two versions were on the infamous, now notorious Bucky Cap body mold, and this one, even it's not on an updated mold. It is more or less, from what I can see, it looks like we're talking Sunfire. Maybe modified. We'll know when we get close up. But before we dive into that, we will take a look at those accessories that we saw in the clamshell. Here's the extra set of hands that he has, that left fist and that right grasper. We've got that. And then, of course, we have those effects that we've seen a million times before, but they're in a fluorescent, like purple. Pretty good color. I can't front on that. And then, of course, the third and final accessory is his staff. We've seen this before in every iteration of Jericho Drum, whether he's Brother or Dr. Voodoo. We've gotten this before. This staff, at the bottom of it, it has, I'll just call them like demon heads on them. But yeah, also molded, the top portion of the staff is molded in that same fluorescent purple, and the bottom it has a like a wood color. So those are the accessories for our guy Jericho Drum, aka Doctor, or in this case Brother Voodoo. So let's take a closer look at our guy here. Starting, of course, with the head. The facial sculpt is banging. It always has been. I can't front on that. We look good. We will compare to see the differences. This paint is more of a. It's not white. It's a silver. This paint is more of a silver. The other iterations, the paint was white. He's got a V type of symbol on his forehead, and then of course below his nose. Basically, he's got a painted on mustache, if you will. His hairdo, he's got the dreads going on, white streak, skunk style at the top of his head. It looks pretty good right there. He's got a different cape. I should have mentioned that earlier, but I'm mentioning it now. He's got a different cape. Looks like that's supposed to be the Eye of Agamotto there. He was once the Sorcerer Supreme, for those that didn't know. And then, of course, we've got the body is basically molded in black, a jet black, and he's got the white design there going on. And then, of course, you've got the green sash belt combo. And it's loose. It's not a part of the sculpt. It is tight, though. And let me lift his arm up so you can see he's got those skulls going on right there. That looks crazy, but he has them all the time. Got some color, some yellow and red going on there. As far as his legs go, my paint apps are pretty sloppy down here. You see, we're missing some white going on there. I may have to do a little touching up. That won't be that bad a deal. And on the left leg, we got a little too. The right leg is worse than the left, but we still have more of that. Wristbands are just molded gold plastic, and it looks like it's plastic, unfortunately. And then we've got the just black on the feet. His cape, nothing special. It's just like a kind of brick red color, and no wash or anything like that. It would have been nice if there was some wash going on, in these creases, but it isn't. And you could tell because it is plastic, it's a rubbery kind of plastic, it's still going to impede movement on those shoulders. And speaking of that, we're going to get into the articulation scheme right away. His head is on a hinge. Because of the cape and because of his hair, he's only going to go up a little bit, but he is capable. You see how far down he can go. We've got some tilt there, and of course he can rotate. If I took the cape off, he'd be able to 360 at the shoulder, and he would be able to go up on the arms. He'd be able to T-pose. And you know what? I'm going to take the head off. I'm going to do it right here on screen because we need to see what his articulation scheme is. So here we go. No cape. He can T-pose. He can, of course, rotate. As far as the veer out goes, you're not going to be able to do any veering out with that cape on him, but just for the sake of demonstrating articulation, not that far. Once again, there are no butterfly joints because this isn't like a new buck. It is modified. He can clasp that much, and he's got the bicep swivel. Here's where the modifications come in. He's got double jointed pinless elbows. Same thing is going to happen down there at the knees. He can rotate the wrists. He's got trigger hands, which is crazy, and they move vertically at the wrists there. He's got an ab crunch, so he can go forward that far. He can go back that far. He's got a waist swivel, so you got that going on. He can only do the splits that far. He can kick that far, which is 90 degrees. Get you something like that. He's got the thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, and he's got the calf cut. He can point his toe that far forward, that far up. He's got ankle pivot. He's got holes at the bottom of his feet. That is our Jericho drum, aka Brother Voodoo. That's his articulation scheme. And there he goes, sans his cape. Now to get down to those comparisons I spoke of with our two previous iterations of Jericho Drum, aka Dr. / Brother Voodoo. We got here on our left, we have Dr. Voodoo. This was as he appeared it was in 2015 for the SDCC exclusive book of Ashanti. The MCU was really starting to build up to Doctor Strange. I believe Doctor Strange's movie came out the following year. And you see the differences right there. You see that our current Brother Voodoo is taller than Dr. Voodoo. Dr. Voodoo is on the Bucky Cap Buck, the Bucky Cap body mold. And you can see the differences. We've got different capes. We definitely have different Eye of Agamottos, the different colors with the staff. I believe the sauces are different as well. In fact, I know they are because our current Brother Voodoo's is thicker, and they have some. There's some paint on the beads leading down to those skulls, and we've got different wrist gauntlets as well, and of course different capes. And now emerging onto the scene, we have Brother Voodoo, who came out in the Dormammu Doctor Strange wave about a year later. I do remember we were like, "Dag, we getting Voodoo so close together, back to back," and you see the differences there. He has a tattered cape, no paint on the face. His staff is a fluorescent blue. He's basically, essentially the gauntlets are the same as the previous Voodoo, the Dr. Voodoo from the Book of Ashanti. And we also have differences in the skulls. Let's take a look at those. I don't know how well they'll translate. I'll try to get them so you can see that. I think you can get kind of an idea. See if I can zoom in a bit closer, and you can see the different colors. You see our current Voodoo. The skulls are they're more paint in the previous two versions for sure, and you can't really tell, but I think they're different. Sculpts a little bit, but maybe not. But anyway, that's the definitely differences right there. Move them back so they can all be in frame. And the other difference, our primary guy wants to fall over. You were stopped. You were staved from embarrassment. The Strange Tales, the one in the middle, our current one who we're reviewing today, it's been bugging me on what buck it is. I was saying it's probably the Sunfire. It isn't. It's the not often used Spider UK buck, which was a little bit bigger than Bucky Cap, of course. It's about the same height as the Vulcan body. So that's a different. It's modified, though, because it does, as you saw during the articulation segment, does have the pinless joints, both knees and elbows. So there is that. The head is also different, too, because the hair pieces on the previous two were part of the head sculpt, whereas on our Strange Tales version, it is a separate piece applied to it. And of course, we've got the digital printing for the face there. And and then of course, you see the different designs for the on the torso. So you got that difference as well. And for me, I could tell you straight up, I like the Eye of Agamotto on our Dr. Voodoo or our Book of Ashanti Dr. Voodoo. I like that better than on our current one, that's for sure. And I think I may like the skulls on either of the two previous versions than the skulls on the one that we currently have. I do like having our current one on the buck that he's on for sure. And another good thing about the buck that we currently have, not the buck, but the hands. The hands that we get with the current buck, they have the vertical hinges as I spoke of. By the way, the additional hands have the horizontal hinges. That works great for posing with that staff. The other two, they're horizontal, and not only that, but the other two, what you see right here is all you get. At least with our current version, we get a set of hands and those effects that we're always talking about. So let's face it, this is another redo. I don't really think that we needed Dr. Voodoo or Brother Voodoo again, at least not in this iteration. This is the Strange Tales wave, and the majority of the figures in this wave actually had nothing to do with the old Strange Tales title from back in the day. I would think, I'm not adverse to getting another Brother Voodoo, but I think that we should have gotten him in his original outfit. Not this, 3 different times we've got basically the same cat with some different changes, different capes, the paint on the face and the different designs on the costume itself. Still technically essentially the same guy, but if we had gotten the original, him in his original costume, I think that would have gone over better. Definitely, for sure. It's on a different buck, this particular version of Brother Voodoo. He's on the Spider UK buck. Finally got that straight. It was bugging me, so I just had to, in between takes, I had to figure that one out. At least with this time around, we get a few more accessories, not much. We get an additional set of hands. Speaking of hands, we were supposed to, well, I won't say supposed to, when it was first revealed, this figure, it showed that we were going to get 2 additional sets of hands for 6 hands, 3 pair in total. But something changed along the way, and we only ended up getting an additional set of hands. The fist that you see on his left hand now, and basically a grasping hand, and that's about it. But at least this go around, we did get additional sets of fists or hands, and we got those effects that we've seen a million times before. But at least we got something more than we did the first 2 times. And one of those 2 times, the first time, was in an SDCC exclusive set, and all we got was what you saw. So, we'll take what we can get. And I'll also take what I can get from you guys by letting me know in the comment section below, what do you think? Pass or play? Do you think that this slot should have been taken up with someone else? I do. I'm going to go on record and say I do. If not Brother Voodoo in his original costume, then another character like, say, Baron Mordo. That's who we should have gotten for sure, some kind of way. Let me know in the comments below while you're down there. Like, share, and definitely subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and we will do it again. We've got one more figure in this wave before we get to Blackheart himself, and we're going to just trudge on through and do that. So, yeah, until next time, take care. It's the Ruckus. Peace.